Hey, welcome back to another episode of Minshalling Meals. Today, making chicken Alfredo. I'm not going to do the chicken the conventional way. I'm going to do it the Minshalling Meals way. So I got 2 chicken breasts. I'm going to put them in tinfoil pockets. So what I'm going to make here, I got 2 chicken breasts. I got a little bit of salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic powder on it. I got sliced red onion. Got to put with it as well. Alright, just to put it all on there. And then I'm going to bake this with a little bit of olive oil. Alright. Alright, then after I add the olive oil, I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of butter. Right, so here I'm going to add my butter. Got a couple of tablespoons here. And then with that, I'm going to take another piece of tin foil. I'm going to make a nice little pocket. And what this is going to do, when I throw it in the oven, it's going to bake it down. It's going to help steam it and bake it so it's super juicy, super moist. So when I make my Alfredo, the chicken's nice and juicy. And so sometimes when you cook it on the stove, you might forget about it a little bit and it turns out dry. So if you do it low and slow in the oven with a nice little pocket, you get a better flavor and things turn out a lot better. So here's my nice little pocket. All the tin foil is nice and covered. I'm going to put this in the oven at 350 for about 45 minutes to an hour, because I got plenty of time here, so I got nothing but time to make it happen the way I want. Alright folks, so now since my chicken is in the oven, I'm going to start working on the Alfredo sauce. And the base of my Alfredo sauce, you gotta have garlic in my Alfredo sauce. Garlic is key, so I got 5 cloves here. I'm going to go ahead and start mincing those down. Alright, now that I got my garlic nice and minced, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it to the pan with about 2 tablespoons of butter so I can saute it down and get the aromas flowing through the house. Alright, now that I got my garlic minced, I'm going to take some butter and put that in my pan. Alright, did you see that? I'll take that garlic, throw it right up in there. Alright, then saute that down for a little bit, that way the house smells fantastic. And then I'm going to add my heavy cream and then my shredded parm. I got my parm. I'm going to shred this down, probably about a cup and a half. Alright, now that the garlic and the butter has been cooking down, you start to see it turn a little brown, and then add my 2 cups of heavy cream. Alright, I'm going to get a little stir real quick. We're going to turn the heat down. We're going to let it get nice and warm, nice and slow. Gotta let it heat up, and then we're going to add our Parm cheese. Alright, now that we got our heavy cream heated up, we're going to start adding our Parm cheese. A little bit at a time, whisk it in. Don't heat up too quick because then it gets all clumpy. So slow and steady will win this race right here. Alright, so I added all the cheese. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. Alright, give that a little stir. See how it's thickening up after I add the salt and pepper. Keep it at a low heat. Right to where almost right where I want it now. I'm going to add something that usually does, I did not think would went into a chicken Alfredo. But I had it a couple times, and it seriously, it really brings out a great nuttiness to it, and it's nutmeg. So I'm gonna add just a little bit. It adds just a little bit of like a nutty flavor to the Alfredo. It's really good with the parm. So just a little bit up top, give it a stir in. Don't need a lot because a little bit of this will go a long ways. So we're gonna go ahead and keep this at a low heat. We're gonna let it reduce. And the longer it stays on, low heat, the thicker it gets. Alright, so the Alfredo is done. I turned off the heat. Now I'm gonna pull my chicken out. That way we can see what that looks like. So here's our chicken pack. Let's go ahead and open that up. This was cooking at 350 for about an hour. Oh, look at that. Perfect. I know it's done because it's chicken and I know when chicken's done. It's been an hour at 350. So we're going to go ahead and pull that over to the cutting board. We're going to let it rest for a little bit and then we'll chop into it. As you see in the background, the pasta is cooking. That should be done in about 6 more minutes. Alright, here's our chicken. Let's go ahead and slice this down. Alright, so since I'm feeding little kids too, I'm going to go ahead and cut that in half. Make the chicken go a little further.